I was 15, and my brother was 13 at the time we moved into our new home. We had woods behind our new home, separated from our yard by just a 4-foot tall fence. Me and my brother went into the woods to adventure, but we never went far enough to where we couldn't see our home anymore. My stepfather, who lived with us, told me and my brother an old man complained about us leaving trash in the woods. We have never brought trash into the woods, nor did he probably own any of the woods. One day we went into the woods, the farthest we've ever been, adventuring as usual. When we no longer saw our home, we looked into the deep woods and saw a shadow behind a tree. The noise we heard next haunts both our dreams. We heard a loud laugh of a clown that sounded straight out of the movie It. We ran faster than we ever had and jumped our short fence and told our mother what happened. She did not believe us, but to this day, when I get home in the dead of night and the only light is from the porch and barely illuminates the fence, I swear I feel the sense of being watched as I unlock the door and enter my home. Mysterious clown figure, let's not meet. I never thought I would have creepy shit like this happen to me. I was wrong. I'm a 19-year-old female, about 165 pounds. I'm also 5'9". I live with my grandmother, and we really don't get along, but I don't have any other options for the moment, so I manage. I usually have to take out the garbage when she tells me to, and I really hate doing it. This week we had a lot of stuff to get rid of because my grandmother was getting a new bed, and her room had a lot of stuff in it, and it needed to be cleaned out to make room. I was getting her old computer stand that she calls the monstrosity, and I had to clean the stuff out my room as well to make it fit. This is why we had a lot of stuff to get rid of this week, and I was of course the one to have to make it fit in this small ass bin. It was about 10 p.m. and this wasn't even the latest I've taken out the trash. I have taken out the trash at 3 a.m. before, just cause my grandmother was on the phone with another one of her stupid daughters that was getting the bed. I had already taken the trash out, and I had to fix that damn recycle bin. Ours is way too small, so I had to flatten the boxes to make everything fit without falling out. I was in the garage and the garage door was open. I live in a quiet little nest of townhomes and we don't own a car, so the garage is storage for everything that isn't being used. Now, I listen to creepy stories on YouTube, and I was listening to one before I started taking out the trash. This already made me a bit jumpy, being outside in the cold and quiet dark in the month of October alone. I know people do crazy shit to scare people for kicks, but it never happened to me before, so me looking up every so often to the door wasn't really out of the question for me. Of course I knew I was overreacting, but I still felt uneasy, like I knew something wasn't right. I was fiddling with the recycle bin for about 5 minutes at this point, when I glanced up at the door. To my horror, I saw a clown standing in the middle of the sidewalk of my driveway, staring right at me. All the blood from my face drained. I couldn't help but feel it. You always hear about these things, but until you live it, be thankful you don't know what it feels like. The clown was straight out of a horror movie. Smudgy makeup, red nose and hair. Black and white striped clown outfit with rainbow spots. I was frozen in fear. I really never felt fear before in my life, and this isn't something I ever want to feel again. I shot up when he stepped forward. I was staring at him, scared shitless, and I prayed my grandmother wouldn't come back to the door. The damn clown took another step forward. It was at this point I noticed it. How had I missed something so important? The clown had a butcher knife. I knew if I stayed put any longer, I was probably gonna die. I really don't know how I did this, and it's really a blur because of the adrenaline that was running through me. All I remember was that fucker grinning, showing piss yellow teeth, and running at me. Somehow I managed to jump backwards inside the thankfully open door and close it using all my weight to force it shut. Thank God I always make sure the door leading to the garage is locked 24/7 because I'm always afraid of someone breaking in. The clown was banging on the metal door and trying to break it down. At this point, my grandmother came to see what the hell was going on, and I told her to call the cops now. She went to grab the phone. I was still holding myself against the door. I had my shoes on, and I had a strong grip on the floor. This fucker wasn't getting in. The banging got more frantic as the guy was backing up and banging into the door with his whole body. I placed both my feet on the door leading to the kitchen. My house has the kitchen and laundry room together, and the laundry room leads to the garage. It's no more than 2 regular doors in size, and I'm 5'9", so this was good in my case, to hold my upper back against the door, with my feet up like this. The banging went on forever, or so it felt like. I heard the cop cars as they were probably coming down my street, and one last bang that broke the lock on the door, and made the door open an inch before I shoved it closed. Nothing else for about 30 seconds. I heard the cop cars, and I knew they were right outside my house. And no more than seconds later, I heard the cops saying, "Open up, this is the police." I put my feet down, still ready to slam the door closed, in case this was still the damn clown. I know this was stupid because I heard the cars and radios, but hell, I was scared shitless and on the edge. Don't tell me you wouldn't be too. I cracked the door open a little bit, and saw a cop with his gun drawn. I opened the door all the way, and my knees gave out and I fell on my butt, staring at the knife stabbed in the metal door. The cops could easily see the trash that was kicked around from the guy, and the very pale look on my face. They could also see that I was visibly shaking. About 5 or 6 cops showed up, and took a look around the outside of my house. They took statements and removed the knife from the door. They said we'd get a call back in a couple of days. 2 of the cops are still driving past my street every half hour. I was never scared of clowns. I'm still not. But hell, I don't like them, and I don't want to see a clown for a good while. I messaged one of my friends and told her about it. I think she thought I was joking, so I didn't bother to tell her about the knife. I just left it as it was. I really never thought this kind of shit would ever happen to me in real life, and I never thought something like this would happen to me ever. But I was wrong. This can happen to anyone. Never think that it can't. This world is full of crazy fuckers that just want to scare the shit out of you, or just plain want to kill you for kicks. Always pay attention to things around you.